Hey everyone, this is Kit Cabela's Hard Lens Media, and this is Perspective. So, we are in the midst of an economic depression, the likes of which we've never seen before. More than 33 million Americans have filed for unemployment, and again, in previous reports that we have covered on Hard Lens Media, it's quite clear that a lot of Americans are falling through the cracks, and even though they have filed for unemployment, they're still not getting the benefits, or the state is just not running it properly because it's an antiquated system. So, people are struggling, people have bills to pay, people are stuck with medical debt, student debt, all forms of debt, and the normal world that we once knew is gone. And it's quite clear that the corporations got a bailout, and the corporations don't care about their workers because they're okay, but small business owners, they're done for. And a lot of other people, freelance workers, are done for. And all these menial jobs that we were once used to are going to be gone as well, because guess what? AI and automation are going to be replacing humans. I mean, it's inevitable at this point, and corporations will definitely capitalize on the fact that if they can have a robot or an AI do a job of a person, they're going to go down that pathway. Take, for example, this short little clip of a robot basically flipping hamburgers. So, okay, I apologize, but I mean, this is a real reality. Robots, AI, automation, it's inevitable. It's going to be here. So, what's the solution? Because people still need money, especially in a consumer economy. People still need, to make a living, or they need something to get by in order to provide for their family or themselves. Well, turns out we're all Andrew Yang. Why am I saying this? Well, because his policy of UBI is gaining more traction, very similar to when Bernie Sanders was fighting for Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, and bringing the awareness of climate change. Andrew Yang's UBI message is starting to get a lot of support, because let's face it, people need help. Check out this short video clip that was found by Case Study QB. Shout out to him for actually saving this video and putting it up on social media.
Garrett Hake on Capitol Hill. Garrett, on the heels of this dismal job report, there is now a new push in the Senate to try and provide monthly payments to Americans. What do we know about that and the likelihood it could get passed?
Yeah, Eamon, we're all Andrew Yang now. Here you've got a trio of Democrats led by Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Ed Markey proposing a $2,000 a month monthly payment direct to Americans. Now, look, it's going to be very tough for any plan put forward by Senate Democrats to get going in a Republican-controlled chamber, but they are far from alone in feeling like there needs to be money put directly into Americans' pockets. We heard it from Nancy Pelosi yesterday, saying that it would be part of whatever comes in the next CARES package, the next relief package that the House is hoping to pass. The House may put something forward as early as next week. They've not been negotiating directly with the administration, but the Speaker told me yesterday she knows what her priorities are. She wants to put a bill out there sooner rather than later. They understand how urgent this need is. So the question of exactly what kind of money directly to Americans, how much, and in what frequency is likely to be a center of debate as they move forward on that next relief bill.
So there you have it. You have not one, but two Democratic presidential candidates, Kamala Harris and Senator Bernie Sanders, that are fighting for UBI to make sure that people get a monthly payment of $2,000. Now, on paper, that sounds great. I'm all for it. At this point, the American people need relief. We need something to help us out, because what we got from Trump and the $1,200, while it is good, there's no way it's going to last anyone 10 weeks. In what world is Steve Mnuchin living in? I don't know, but it's madness and stupidity. But we really need to start talking about a real UBI. The rest of the international community is going forward with UBI-like policies. So, yes, let's talk about this. But I do have a couple concerns about a UBI. Number one, we have to make sure it keeps up with inflation. And then number two, it still has to remains in the hands of the people. Because if it's still in the hands of private institutions, the government, there's a real possibility of the UBI not bringing any relief at all. So we have to make sure that it's still able to keep up with the demands of society, and at the same time too, still provide people with the comfort that they need to provide for themselves and their family and make sure all their bills are paid. So this is going to be an ongoing discussion, but it's the pathway to something that we're going to have to deal with. Automation, AI, they're coming. And with this crisis of COVID-19 and this economic depression we're going into, unemployment is not going to cut it. We need to talk about UBI. And at this point, Andrew Yang's message, especially in this time, in this age, right now, holds a lot of truth. And we really, all of us, no matter what your political beliefs are, we need to start embracing UBI. But we have to make sure that it's still going to help the people and still not be something that's going to be controlled by the top 1%. This is Kit Cabell with Hard Lens Media. Peace, everyone.